This house was a great purchase because there was no competition. Nobody wanted this house. It was scary. It seemed really unattainable. But you know, we got pre-approved. Paul helped us understand like what the payments were going to look like and how it could be feasible with our incomes and like our savings. This house had been sitting on the market for like 9 months. We were like, something must be wrong with it. And we walked through and it was a mess. We saw a really bad kitchen that was like just slapped together from like, I don't know, stuff left on the side of the road. The bathroom was super dated. The backyard was completely full of junk. We saw the plastic features that were hidden, like the arch doorways and the crystal door handles and the built-in, and we were like, there's a lot of charm in here and we can let this gem shine. It
kind of reminded us of another house that Kristen lived in this neighborhood, and kind of felt like home.
We bought the house for $550,000. We put 5% down, which was $27,500. We spent about $80,000 total on all of the renovations and work, which we did ourselves. Over the about 4 years we lived here, and we just got into contract for $951,000, which means after all the fees and taxes are paid and whatnot, we'll be walking home with $383,000 in our bank account. Cash.
I don't think we would have ever been able to save up that much over 3 years on our own.
3.5, 4 years. No,
I think that's the biggest benefit of owning a home.
One of the first things we worked on was getting the backyard together, and when we moved in, the backyard was completely full of garbage and like
everything was paved over.
Yeah, so we took all that stuff to the dump. We demoed this crazy overhang thing, we jackhammered up the concrete, and we landscaped the backyard, and we also did the front yard at the same time. The bathroom had to get redone because it was grandma tile, floor to ceiling. The ceilings were tiled. It was really bizarre, and we needed to fix that. But it was our only bathroom, and we didn't want to spend money on a contractor to like be out of the bathroom for who knows how long, so we're like, we'll just do it ourselves, and we only have ourselves to blame when it's taking forever.
We were able to do it in half the price by doing it ourselves.
At least. DIY. We saved by DIY.
We just had to have the courage to take it on ourselves, and we were willing to learn as well.
There was a lot of bickering, but in the end, it was really good. Yeah, it did, like, we have this house that we can look back on and be like, wow, we really accomplished a lot.
I think you said that it helped our communication as a couple, actually.
Yeah, we had to work on that so that we wouldn't bicker as much. The vision for the kitchen was to make it more functional, which meant like more counter space and like thoughtful placement of appliances, and keeping that bright, open feelings.
I think it did help to live in that kitchen for a while, to understand like what needed to go where, and like fix things that weren't working and keep things that were.
When we decided to sell the house, we knew that we needed to finish up some of the lingering projects, and there were some big projects that needed to happen, like painting the exterior and the interior walls, painting the concrete outside, but all those other lingering projects that we had meant to get to, you know, and a lot of aesthetic things, we asked Jade and Paul for some guidance there, and they gave us really good tips on just like making it look super polished and clean for buyers.
It definitely, I think, benefited us in the end. I mean, the house looks so much better than it did even like 3 months ago.
Yeah.
So.
It was like the icing on the cake, like just that final push to get the aesthetic like really down, like locked in.
We're hoping that our next home will be less of a fixer, but I mean, it's possible that it will need almost just as much work as this home did.
I feel like I could never buy a move-in ready home because I don't see the value. Like, why? When I can do that myself, I'll buy a cheaper house and just make it nice myself. I didn't think we could even buy a house, but we did, and like the level that we're at now and where we're able to go with this equity and income we have from the house is really awesome and remarkable, and it's really set us up well.
I don't think I would have ever understood that we could gain $300,000 in equity over a few years if we had owned a home before.
383,000.
300 plus thousand.
That's
Okay.
crazy.